Hi everyone, my name is Ruchi. Hope you are doing great. In this time of chaos and confusion, it's advisable to avoid travel as much as we can. But at times it becomes absolute necessity. So I did my recent domestic travel, which was from Kolkata to Guwahati. And I didn't had a very smooth experience as I was not very familiar with the rules. So in this video, I'm going to show you a detailed information of the whole process so that you know what to expect and how to be prepared for it. So as you are at the domestic terminal departure gate, you have to keep two things in mind. If you have downloaded Arogya Setu app, second, if you did your web check-in. Once you do your web check-in, you get a boarding pass in email with a QR code. There is no entry without a boarding pass. So once you proceed towards the gate, first your baggage is sanitized. Second, they screen your temperature. They check Arogya Setu app, and once you move to the third counter, they ask you to scan your boarding pass QR code in a machine, and once that's done, you get entry inside the airport. Now you can proceed directly towards the check-in counter. However, there are a few things which you'd like to keep in mind. First, check the baggage policies with your respective airlines. I was flying with SpiceJet and it allowed me single baggage of 20 kgs. I, however, had extra luggage, so while booking the ticket, I bought extra weight online. You can do that too. For carry-on baggage, they just allowed 7 kg including everything, even including your laptop bag. So take care of that as well. So now they give you a physical boarding pass and your luggage tags. They're not going to touch your luggage or luggage tags. You have to put your luggage tags in your luggage all by yourself. So once this happens, your process with check-in is done. However, there's one thing I'd like you guys to keep in mind, that your baggage is sanitized more often. And in that process, it tends to get wet. So if you guys have a fiber luggage bag, please carry those. And if you just have the fabric one, place a plastic sheet in between your belongings and the baggage so that your belongings aren't ruined. At security check, the process remains same prior to COVID-19. And once you are done with the security, you go to your gate. Also keep one thing in mind, that lesser cafes and restaurants are open at the airport. So guys, be prepared for that. Once your boarding starts and once you pass through the gate, they give you a safety kit which includes a headgear, a face shield, a mask and a few sanitizer sachet. I'd also like to give you a heads up about one thing. Social distancing is not much practiced at the flight because it's very compact and it becomes practically impossible for them to follow social distancing. So you guys need to take extra care of yourself. According to the Food Safety and Standards of India, they are not allowed to serve eatables in the plane. At best, you can expect a water bottle and a dry pack of snack. So once you land, you form a queue towards baggage claim. Just before the baggage claim, there is a counter where they do your temperature screening, and once that's done, you go to the baggage claim, collect your baggage and proceed towards exit. Now, if your destination is not Guwahati and you would be traveling further, like to Meghalaya or maybe within districts in Assam, you'll have a separate counter for each district and state. You go to your respective counter, they give you two forms. In one, you'd have to fill the transport details. Mostly it will be a government vehicle, but if a private vehicle is coming to pick you up, they have to have a pass. So you'd fill all the details required, and in the second form you'll fill your contact information details, and then you submit at the counter, and then you'd be escorted to the bus or your private car according to your preference, and then that particular bus or car would be taking you directly to the screening center of your respective place, and then you do your further formalities there. So as you can see, this is outside the Guwahati airport. There are different counters for different districts and states, and they are managed really well. I must say Guwahati is better managed at social distancing than most other states, and I'm really happy about it. If you're a resident of Guwahati, 14 days quarantine is mandatory. There are two options. One is home quarantine, the other is institutional quarantine. If you fall under this 4 category, you'd be given home quarantine. Like if you're a female and traveling alone, if you're traveling with a child who is 10 years or younger, if you are 60 years or older, or if you have any existing medical condition. If you fall under this 4 category, you would have to fill up a form wherein you'd be giving your contact information and under which police station does your area fall. After completing the form, you'd be submitting in the respective counter, and from there you'd be escorted to your home. And further, in your police station or respective police station is responsible to check in. If you don't fall under those 4 category, you're qualified for institutional quarantine. You have to fill up a form giving your contact and travel details, and again under which police station does your area fall. Once that's done and submitted, you would be taken to either Kiran Shri Grand or Sarvasajai Stadium in a government bus, for which you have to pay 90 bucks. Once you land there, you'd be directly taken to the screening center. They have different separate counters for flight travelers, for train travelers. After the registration is done there, your swab sample would be collected. There you will be given the name of the hotel in which you are supposed to serve your quarantine till your result is out. So the choice of the hotel given to you is decided on lottery basis, so there cannot be any changes in that. Also, it is a free service from government. But if you have a preference hotel like I did, you have to notify them and you have to make a payment of that on your own. So once that happens, they'll give you a receipt in which they'll mention the hotel name in which you'd be serving the quarantine. From there, they would be directing you to the transport department. Therein, you would be given the details of the bus or the traveler in which you would be dropped to the hotel. Once you're escorted to the hotel, you have to meet all the formalities with the hotel. They would be asking you the ID card and they would be asking you your contact information details. Also, they would be giving you their set of rules and regulation page which you have to read and sign. And then you make the payment and then you would be allotted a room. This is the setup at Sarvasajai Stadium. You can see there are different counters for different process. Also, they have different counters for flight and train travelers. The place is sanitized often. There was disinfectant spray going on while I was here. So overall, I can say the management was good. So guys, let me give you a tour of my room. I have opted for Taj Vivanta. There you go. The first thing while you enter you see is the cupboard. There are 3 cupboards and there is also a locker option available in it. You have a washroom here. The fittings are okay. It's not that great, but it's okay. So they typically charge 5,500 for single occupant or 6,500 for double occupants. And therein I put in all my stuff. I've also kept my luggage bag under the table. This is the bed. Also, the window is really foggy and all. I have already complained about that. They say there is a gas in between which needs to be refilled and can't be done right now. So I'm okay. Herein I do most of my work and you can see the view from the window. It's not that clear, but I think it's workable from here. Yes. So this is the view from my room. And I'll show you my room's view from the angle of my window. So overall, it's a decent room. This is what the typical dinner or lunch looks like. You have 2 vegetables, dal, rice, and you have a slice of dessert. In that butter paper, you have roti wrapped up. This is the breakfast. They have different menu for different day. This is masala uttapam with some boiled vegetables. I did not like it, so they were kind enough to give me a bread and butter and juice instead. I told the in-dining guy that I'm tired of eating the same dal chawal again and again, so he made this sandwich fries, a side salad and a watermelon juice for me for the dinner, and I was really happy about it. It was really delicious. So they really take care of you. This is one of the free stay by government. This room is in Ritu Raj. One of my friend, he opted for this hotel. As you can see, the room is pretty decent, and it's commendable. I mean, government has done remarkable job in arranging the quarantine place for travelers. As I'm a woman and I was traveling alone, I was given option of home quarantine, but I didn't opt it for it because I have a child and elderly people at my place, and I didn't wanted to take the risk, so I opted for institutional quarantine. It's a fourth day for me today, and usually they say the result is out within 3 to 4 days. I called the authorities yesterday. They said that because the influx is really high, I can expect the result for within next 2 days. So I'll keep you guys updated on checkout process as well. And by that time, if you are traveling domestically, take care of yourself and travel safe. Thank you.